Yahuah, barak Yahuah, barak Yahuah. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. To all 12 tribes of Yasharal, wherever your feet are touching the soil of this flat, plain earth on this most Kadush Yom. On this set-apart Yom, this set-apart day, what in worldly terms you might know as a Saturday, the seventh day of the week, Yahuah said, you shall labor 6 days, on the seventh rest. It is the set-apart day, indeed, in which we shall do no labor. Yahuah rested from all in which he created on this day, so of course his covenant-keeping people should do much the same. It is, yes, a day that identifies his covenant-keeping people. So Shabbat Shalom to the elder brother, Yehuda, Yahuah's covenant-keeping people. Shabbat Shalom to the younger brother, to the former stranger, the former foreigner who, being formerly estranged from the everlasting covenant, is now via the redemptive the redemptive blood of Yahushua HaMashiach, in which he spilt on the tree on the 9th hour, is now being made privy to grafting back into covenant, back into Hanatzah, Yahushua, who is the branch, who got impaled onto the branch, the tree of life. And so being grafted back into covenant, being grafted back into inheritance, being grafted back into a promise that was given to Yasharal and to Yasharal alone. To Yasharal and to Yasharal alone. A covenant in which we're going to learn further in this video is not with this world, but is forged of the shamaym above, is of Yahuah. For those of you who may not know just yet, this is Eat Spiritual Bread, where we do just that. We eat spiritual bread. I am Alessandro Ban Yahuah. This is my uncle, Anzu Ban Yahuah. Bon Sabato. And this is the Dabarym Yahuah, who without this would not be possible. For as it is written in 𝐤𝐄𝐄𝐄, or what you might know as John, the first chapter, the first verse, Yahuah came upon this aratz. He was with the word, and he was the word. He was the word. Thereby, by extension, this word, it dwells in the midst of us, his covenant-keeping people, and it is what is the foundation of this proclamation being brought forth. We are simply earthen vessels whom we fervently pray the Master's work is done through.
What topic is it today?
Barak Yahuah. Barak Yahuah. Yahuah has just spoken to earthen vessels here. Yahuah has put it upon us now for actually a couple weeks, but again, we don't choose when to do these videos or when to put out these messages or what messages to put out or why, but Yahuah does. The Ruach does. The Ruach HaKadosh, the set-apart breath of our Father Yahuah, leads us. And thus says Yahuah, a message for his covenant-keeping people, this Shabbat Layla, this Shabbat night. It is night here in Sydney, Australia, where we are. The Shabbat's just been completed, still goes forth, still continues, rather, up until the next morning, of course, as we know. Now, Yahuah has spoken. He's spoken through our own experiences the past couple of weeks, and through his word. Yahuah has spoken the message to separate yourself from the covenant of this world. Separate yourself, be separate from the covenant of this world. And so Yahuah has put this proclamation with the attached verses in which Yahuah willing we are about to read. He has put it forth as a reminder for Yahuah's covenant-keeping people, indeed, to separate ourselves from the covenant of this world. Our covenant with Yahuah, the long story short, without getting ahead of ourselves, the long story short here is that our covenant with Yahuah is not of this world. Is not of this world. Barak Yahuah. Praise Yahuah, indeed. So without any further ado, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, we're going to establish the fact that if our covenant as Yahudi, as Yehudi, that is Yahuah's covenant-keeping people. The elder brother, the elder daughter, if you will, La'ah in the story of Jacob, Leah, and Rachel. This is La'ah to be given in marriage first, to be ascended up to Mount Zion and guarded from the time of testing, which is soon to come upon the earth to test the whole alam, the whole world. As it is written in Revelation, the 3rd chapter. We're going to get to it. Barak Yahuah. So, if our covenant, again, is not with this world, then where? And furthermore, what is it? What is our covenant in which, while we are in this world, we stand all the more firmly while still here, all the more firmly we stand strong too, and rooted in the foundations thereof.
Just adding that we did do a topic in our Destination Zion series, to separate oneself, which is
correct.
Beginning of one's journey. But now we just want to take this a little further, because there's always a separation going on. No matter what stage you are, you must always remember to be separate in the world. But let's see what it means. What Yahuah says, the word says. What it means to be separate from this world. So
Correct.
there's this world and there's the other world. So
yes, the alam haba, the world to come. Yeah,
so
praise Yahuah. Exactly. This world merely just a test. The test to be separate in it, and in a world where it's so. Our flesh just it craves to be part of all the.
There are, the way I see it, there are two worlds running at the same time. That's why you see always in movies they always try to say there are two parallel universes running. Well, one is a physical world,
the other.
and the other's the spiritual world.
Yeah, correct.
They are both running at the same time. And this is what their end goal is, to join, to open them up, merge them, and then the physical and the spiritual become one. No, they must be separate. And we must be separate.
Ever since Eve, who you might know as Eve, took the bite of that apple, then Adam did as well. Those two worlds separated. They are to be separated until Yahuah will make a whole new world.
Must return to the garden.
Yeah, exactly. All right, line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. Separate yourself from the covenant of this world. Psalms, what better of a book than to start with? Tahalim, Psalms 144. By no coincidence.
Psalm 144,000. No,
in its entirety. All right. Let's read.
Here we go. Baruch.
Favored, yes.
Be Yahuah, my strength.
Indeed.
Who teaches my hands to war and my fingers to fight.
Barak Yahuah, this world does not teach us this, Yahuah does.
My tub and my fortress, my high tower, my deliverer, my shield, in whom I trust, who subdues nations under me. Yahuah, what is man that you are mindful
of him? Man, what is this world that you are mindful of him?
And the son, Ban Adam.
And the Ban Adam, the son of man.
That you take account of him.
That you take account of him.
Correct. Man is like vanity.
Say that again.
Man is like vanity.
Man, or otherwise this world, flesh, dust is like vanity.
His yamim,
his days
are as a shadow that passes away.
Thus says Yahuah.
Part your shamayim, Yahuah, and come down.
Barak Yahuah.
Touch the mountains and they shall smoke. Cast forth lightning and scatter them. Shoot out your arrows and destroy them.
Yes.
Send your hand from above. Rescue me and deliver me out of great mayim, waters, from the hand of foreign children.
From the hand of foreign children. In other words, Yahuah, please come and rescue me from this world. Do we not ask Yahuah that every single day? Yahuah, rescue us from this world. We do not belong here. From foreigners.
We're foreigners because this world, we're just pilgrims passing through. In a sense, we are aliens. Because strangers to this world. Is someone that doesn't belong to this world. we don't have, green faces, not those sort of aliens that they portray, but that's who we are. Really.
Interesting that they put that as the image of it just means a stranger. And as we are strangers to this world, so those around us are strangers to Yahuah's world to come.
Right.
Our covenant.
Whose mouth speak vanity and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood.
There you go.
Okay, I will sing a new song to you,
praise Yahuah.
upon a guitar and an instrument of 10 strings will I sing Tehillah praises to you. It is he that gives Yahusha.
It is Yahuah that gives redemption.
To Malakim. Right? Who delivers Dawood, his Abad, from
David.
the hurtful sword.
Praise Yahuah.
Rescue me and deliver me from the hand of foreign children.
Yes, this is David who is in covenant, who is strongly enrooted. David being a representation of Yahushua HaMashiach, Yahuah himself coming to redeem us. As Yahuah walked upon the earth and was a stranger in this land, in Jerusalem, where his own people betrayed him, fought against him. So David is a perfect reflection of what would then come with Yahushua. David is a stranger in this land. David being a perfect representation of how we are to walk in covenant with Yahuah, just as David did. Praise Yahuah.
Whose mouth speaks vanity and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood.
Yep, save me from this.
That our sons may be as plants grown up in their youth.
Barak Yahuah.
That our daughters may be as cornerstones.
Yes.
Polished after the likeness of a palace.
Beautiful.
That our storehouses may be full,
supplying
all kinds of supply.
Yes.
That our sheep may bring forth thousands and 10,000s in our streets.
Barak Yahuah.
That our oxen may be strong to labor.
Barak Yahuah.
And that there be no breaking in nor going out. That
Barak
there be no complaining in our streets.
Yes. Barak Yahuah.
Baruch, favored are the people that have this situation. Yes. Baruch are that people whose Alua is Yahuah. There you go.
Barak Yahuah. In other words, Baruch are those people who are in covenant with Yahuah, who have forged a covenant that is not with or of this world, but that is with and of Yahuah and his everlasting malkut, his everlasting kingdom. Barak Yahuah. So line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. Now, of course, we can establish like Zio said, Zio being uncle in Italian, I call Arkanzul Zio. As Zio said, we have a whole nother video that's been established to separate yourselves. Similarly, we also have another video. We have a whole nother video. I believe it's part 6 of our Destination Zion series, all about keeping the Torah, the commandments, statutes, and judgments of Yahuah. This video is not that. No. It's been done. It's Yahuah's spoken it. I was going to say many moons ago, but we don't go by the moon, do we? No. Many months ago, Yahuah has spoken to keep his Torah. This is not foreign to if you've been watching this channel, it's not foreign. If you haven't been watching this channel, go back a few videos and get up to speed. Now Yahuah has spoken to keep his Torah, indeed. So that's covered. We're keeping his Torah. That's already been established. Now establishing what Yahuah's Torah is, we can establish what it is not. What it is not. And thus we establish what having covenant with this world is. Meaning we are caught up in the things of this world. If you're not operating in Torah, you are operating in covenant of this world. That's engaging in worldly activities, things like sports, going to bars on the weekend, birthday parties, just having anything that does not have Yahuah centered within it. Pagan feast days, perfect. All of these things, going to church, being in a religion, they're doing drugs, drinking, women, adultery, all of this stuff is of this world. Having a lust for money, wanting to chase work and building a reputation with a network of high level individuals. All this stuff, it is, as we just read, altogether vanity. That is what covenant with this world is. Now, having established that, we're going to look into Yahuah's covenant. Having a covenant with the malkut, the kingdom of Yahuah, in which is shortly to come and be established, not here on this world, which is unclean, but on a whole new world, which will be clean. It will not know crime, just as we, Yahuah willing, dwelling therein on that new world in the New Jerusalem, will not know crime. We will not know uncleanness. We will not know the covenant of this world, but we will know only our covenant with Yahuah, in which we're shortly to read in Dabarym, Deuteronomy. It is readily available for us to be made known, with already now, while still here on this aratz, and thus the test to escape covenant with this world and forge covenant with Yahuah, with the world to come, that we may then be as a prepared bride to enter that covenant, that fully enter that covenant. Barak Yahuah, a look into Yahuah's covenant, which is not of this world. Line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little, Jubilees, the 20th chapter, verses 1 through to 10. Let's read.
And in the 42nd Jubilee, in the first year of the 7th week, Abraham called Ishmael and his 12 sons, and Yitzhak and his 2 sons, and the 6 sons of Keturah and their sons. And he commanded them that they should observe the way of Yahuah, and that they should work righteousness.
Listen, this is what Abraham commanded his children. Abraham, who Yahuah forged the covenant, the eternal, the everlasting covenant, which we are now in through the redemptive blood of Yahushua Mashiach. Abraham is thus speaking covenant to his children.
That they should work righteousness and love each his neighbor and act in this manner
this is
among
covenant.
all men. That they should each so walk with regard to them, so as to do just judgment and righteousness on the earth.
This is covenant.
That they should circumcise their sons according to the covenant which he made with them, and not deviate to the right hand or to the left of all the paths which Yahuah had commanded us.
Not deviate to the right or left. This is covenant.
And that we should keep ourselves from all fornication and uncleanness.
Keeping yourself, in other words, from this world, from what strangers and foreigners do, fornication and uncleanness. This is covenant.
And renounce from among us all fornication and uncleanness.
Renounce.
And if any woman or maid commit fornication among you, burn her with fire, and let them not commit fornication with her after their eyes and their love. And let them not take to themselves wives from the daughters of Canaan, for the seed, the Zerah of Canaan, will be rooted out of the land.
This is covenant. Yahuah's people who are in covenant with him cannot cross covenants. They cannot, therefore, let's use a male as an example. A male in covenant with Yahuah cannot go and attach himself to a female that is not in covenant with Yahuah. This is what was spoken to Yitzhak and Jacob. This is what thus says Yahuah now to this present day. In order for us to maintain our covenant with him and not be in covenant with this world, there cannot be a crossing of covenant. There cannot be.
No. All right. And he told them of the judgment of the giants and the judgment of the Sodomites.
There we go.
How they had been judged on account of their wickedness, and had died on account of their fornication and uncleanness and mutual corruption through fornication.
Yeah, in other terms, worldly covenant.
Yeah, and DNA mixing. And guard yourselves all from all fornication and uncleanness, and from all pollution of crime.
Yes.
Lest you make our name a curse, and your whole chaym life a hissing.
This is covenant.
And all your sons to be destroyed by the sword, and you become accursed like Sodom, and all your remnant as the sons of Amorah. I implore you, my sons, love Yahuah of the shamaym.
Love Yahuah of the shamaym. This is covenant.
And cleave to all his commandments.
This is
not some,
covenant.
Not some.
All cleave to all. Not one jot or tittle shall pass away. Cleave to all his covenant.
Not 613.
No.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
And walk not after their idols.
Yeah. Walk not after their idols. Walk not after JC. Walk not after God. Walk not after Allah.
etc.
Yeah,
whatever.
correct.
And after their uncleanness,
And after their uncleanness, the uncleanness of the Roman church.
yes, and make not for yourselves molten
Yep.
or graven mighty ones, for they are vanity.
They are vanity.
That's what people wear.
Yep. You know what they. Yep, exactly.
And there is no ruach in them.
Yes.
No, for they are the work of men's hands.
Yep.
And all who trust in them trust in nothing.
So read that again. Barak Yahuah.
All who trust in them trust in nothing. Trust in nothing. Serve them not, nor worship them.
Serve them not, nor worship them.
Serve the Most High Yahuah.
Serve the Most High. This is covenant.
And worship Him.
Worship Him. Yes.
Continually.
Continually.
And
this
hope,
is covenant. Worship Him continually.
And hope for His countenance always.
Wow, wonderful.
And work tzedakah, which is
work righteousness.
And righteousness, uprightness and righteousness before Him, that He may have pleasure in you.
Listen.
And grant you His rakamim.
This is covenant. He takes pleasure in your obedience and thus grants you His favor.
And send rain upon you
Barak Yahuah.
morning and evening.
Barak Yahuah. Yeah.
And
that's
barak
rain.
all your works and favor all your works.
Listen, if you're in covenant with Yahuah,
this is
He
what
will.
you get. And all your works which you have wrought upon the earth.
Praise Yahuah.
And barak your lakam, your bread.
Yeah, He will barak your bread.
Your work and your mayim.
And your water.
And barak the fruit of your womb.
Wow,
your
amazing.
Children,
praise Yahuah.
And the fruit of your land.
Praise Yahuah.
There you go. And the herds of your cattle.
Yes.
And the flocks of your sheep.
Yeah, listen here.
In other words, whatever you do, His hand is upon it.
Yeah,
right?
correct. Okay. What's being spoken here is that though this covenant in which we forge with our obedience to Yahuah is not of this world, He will still favor, while we are still in this world, He will still favor all things pertaining to His covenant-keeping people in this world.
That's correct. And, all right, last verse. And you will be for a barakah.
Praise Yahuah.
On the earth.
Yeah, there we go.
And all nations of the earth will desire you.
Yes, correct.
Barak your sons
praise
in my name.
Yes, praise Yahuah.
That they may be Baruch, favored as I am.
Praise Yahuah to the highest degree. There you go. There you go. Thus said Abraham to his children. Thus Abraham said to tell his children the same thing, all the way through to us. All the way through to us. Be in covenant with Yahuah and leave the covenant of this world, and thus all in which you do on this earth shall be Baruch, shall be favored.
That was clear. Yeah, couldn't get clear
than that. Exactly. Nevertheless, we turn to Jubilees 22.
Yeah.
22. The 22nd chapter of Jubilees, verses 10 through to 23.
All right. And he called Jacob and said, my son Jacob, which is Jacob, right?
Yeah.
May Yahuah, the Yahuah of all, barak you,
yes,
and strengthen you to do righteousness.
Yep, we continue with covenant.
And His will before Him, and may He choose you and your seed, that you may become a people for His inheritance, according to His will always.
Always according to His will.
And my son Jacob, draw near and kiss me. Right? And he drew near and kissed him, and he said, Baruch be my son Jacob. It says Yitzhak, yes. And all the sons of Yahuah Most High, unto all the ages. May Yahuah give unto you a seed of righteousness. And some of your sons may He sanctify in the midst of the whole earth. May nations serve you, and all the nations bow themselves before your seat. Be strong in the presence of men.
Yes.
And exercise authority over all the seed of Seth. Then your ways and the ways of your sons will be justified. So that they shall become a Kadosh, set apart nation.
Yeah.
There you go.
go.
May the Most High Yahuah give you all the favorings with which He has Baruch me.
And
with which He Baruch Noah and Adam. May they rest on the Kadosh head of your seed.
This is covenant.
Generation to generation.
If you are in covenant, there you go, forever. If you are in covenant with Yahuah, you are subject to these barakahs, to these favorings. That's it. That's it. Right. Praise Yahuah.
And may He cleanse you from all unrighteousness and impurity, that you may be forgiven all the transgressions which you have committed ignorantly.
When you were in covenant with the world.
That's correct. And may He strengthen you.
Yes.
and barak you.
Yes.
And may you inherit the whole earth,
Praise
and
Yahuah.
may he make new his covenant
Yes.
with you.
Praise you,
Right.
Lord.
That you may be to him a nation for his inheritance for all the ages, and that he may be to you and to your seed the Yahuah in amat,
in truth
and righteousness throughout all the yamim of the earth.
Wonderful.
And you, my son Yaakov, remember my words and observe the mitzvah,
observe the commands
of Abraham your Ab.
of Abraham your father.
All right, this is our line. Separate yourself
from
the nations,
and
eat not with them.
Listen, and eat not with them. In other words, do not cross covenant. Again, do not cross covenant with this world. With this world.
It doesn't mean you can't eat with them. It means don't eat their unclean foods. Don't partake of their pagan feasts, things like that.
Right? Exactly. In other, partake. It means partake. To add to that, partake not of the things that that the heathen partake of.
That's correct.
That's simply what it's saying.
No. And do not according to their works.
There we go. Do not listen. This is foundational covenant keeping statute right here. Do not their works. Do not according to their works.
And become not their associate.
Become not their associate.
Yes.
Thus says Yahuah.
For their works
listen, their works are unclean. They are in covenant with this world, which is pronounced unclean.
And all their ways are a pollution.
All their ways are a pollution. Listen, a pollution. Just as when chemicals are sprayed on the herbs of the field, they pollute them. The same thing. When you walk in the ways of this world, especially this is more specifically once you've already been cleansed, if you start to veer left or right back into the ways of this world, you become polluted. As the herbs of the field are polluted with spray, once clean, now polluted, you become polluted by entering, especially re-entering into covenant with this world.
And an abomination and uncleanness. And an abomination and uncleanness. They offer their sacrifices to the dead.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
And they worship evil ruachim.
They worship evil spirits. Yes,
and
they
do.
do.
Eat over the graves. And all their works are vanity and nothingness.
Nothingness.
Vanity and
nothingness.
They have no love to understand, no heart to understand, and their eyes do not see what their works are, and how they err in saying to a piece of wood, you are my mighty one, and to a stone, you are my mighty one, and you are my deliverer. And they have no love of understanding.
No heart of understanding.
I intercede for a second. A few days ago, I went to a funeral. Very sad, and I had to go, but I had to go in. It was a family member. I had to go in the Catholic Church. It was very sad to see those images that pagan made of gold, silver, and believe it or not, I looked. There was an alcove. There was a statue of Julius Caesar. What is that doing in there? What do you think they're telling you? This huge bronze statue, apart from all the other ones, of Julius Caesar. It's in your face.
Such uncleanness.
That's it. That is an abomination to you. That is uncleanness. But those people err. They err. That saddens me that they just hear the prophet of Baal standing in front of them there, priest saying lies, and they think that they're serving. That's who they're serving. It tells you here they're serving other mighty ones, not Yahuah. Yahuah is not in there. All right, keep going. Where was I up there? And as for you, my son Yaakov, may the Most High Yahuah help you, and the Yahuah of the shamaym barak you, and remove you from their uncleanness, and from all their error.
This is what being in covenant with Yahuah does. It removes you from the things of this world, from uncleanness, from error, from pollution.
I was in uncleanness. I was in error in the world. See what that was what he's saying to Yaakov. So if we are of his seed,
Praise
we are removed.
There you go.
He is removed. Yahuwah's removed us because we chose to come out of that.
Yeah.
Come out
Now,
of the system.
to circle back around, this is why keeping Torah is so important, because Torah is the guidelines. It is the boundary, the whole foundation unto being in covenant with Yahuwah, repentance and the keeping of His commands.
All right. Be warned, my son Jacob, of taking an Isha from any seed
Again.
of the daughters of Canaan.
Yes, barak Yahuwah. There you go. That says Yahuwah again.
For all his seeds is to be rooted out of the earth.
Yes, in other words, all the seeds of the nations.
That's correct. For owing to the transgression of Ham, Canaan, and all his Sarah shall be destroyed from off the earth, and all the residue of it, and none springing from him shall be redeemed on the day of judgment.
There you go. Well, it's already Yahuwah's predestined it. Yeah.
And as for all the worshippers of idols and the profane, there shall be no hope for them in the land of the living.
No hope for them in the land of the living. In other words, no hope for them in the world that is to come.
And there shall be no remembrance of them on the earth.
No.
For they shall descend into Sheol. Descend into Sheol.
Correct.
They won't go down. And into the place of condemnation shall they go. As the children of Sodom were taken away from the earth.
Yes.
So will all those who worship idols be taken away. I can't get clearer than that.
No.
Fear not, my son.
Fear not.
Jacob.
Yes.
And be not dismayed,
Yep.
son of Abraham. May the Most High Yahuwah preserve you from destruction and from all the paths of error. May He deliver
All
you.
esteem belongs to Yahuwah. Praise Yahuwah. So now I think we can clearly speak to the foundation that's being laid here by Yahuwah Himself, which is that you are either in covenant with this world, you're either in covenant with this world and the unclean ways thereof, or you are in covenant with Yahuwah, or you're in covenant with Yahuwah. It's one or the other. Once you come into covenant with Yahuwah, again, as we just read, you are cleansed from your former covenant of filth of flesh with this world. With this world. You're either in covenant with the things of this world or with Yahuwah. Choose wisely. Barak Yahuwah.
All right.
Precept upon precept, line upon line.
These are two.
Here a little, there a little.
We're going to do two, probably one of the most important chapters in the Torah. Deuteronomy 28,
and 20.
Dabarym 28 and 29. Please pause it now.
Yeah.
Go. I would like you to read this as I'm reading it as well.
Praise Yahuwah.
If you will.
Yeah.
All right.
So
let's go.
So
Deuteronomy 28.
It upon you. You must understand what's being spoken. This is covenant. This is the covenant. This is the covenant.
It's all here. Do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
All right.
Deuteronomy in the Abari tongue being Dabarym, which literally means words. Now, again, was it not spoken in the first chapter of the first verse of the first chapter of 𝐤𝐄𝐄, the Basora, that the word was with Yahuwah and the word
was made.
Was Yahuwah. Yes, exactly. It was manifested and it was Yahuwah. Thus says Yahuwah in Dabarym, in the book of words, the words of Yahuwah, 28, 1. We're gonna start with precepts 1 through to 27. Let's begin.
All right, there we go. And it shall come to pass, if you shall listen diligently to the voice of Yahuwah your Elohim.
If the operative word here is if, it's if.
Exactly. To shomer,
to guard, which means guard,
and to do all his mitzvah,
all his works, commandments,
which I command you this yom,
which I command you this day,
that Yahuwah, your Elohim, will set you on high above all nations of the earth.
Barak Yahuwah. This is covenant with Yahuwah.
This is Musha, right?
Yes, in Dabarym. Oh, is it in Deuteronomy?
Well, he's telling the people, yes.
Yes, Barak Yahuwah.
To his people.
Yeah, this is Musha.
Yeah, it's Musha.
Yeah, Barak Yahuwah.
All right, and all these barakahs shall come on you and overtake you.
Yes.
If, again,
listen.
I'll highlight always if you shall listen to the voice of Yahuwah your Elohim.
Yes, correct. If you shall listen to the voice of Yahuwah your Elohim.
All right. Baruch.
Favored
shall you be in the city, and Baruch shall you be in the field.
Praise Yahuah to the highest degree.
Baruch shall be the fruit of your body and the fruit of your ground.
Listen, these are all things in this world, though not of this world.
And the fruit of your cattle,
Praise
the
Yahuah.
increase of your cattle, and the flocks of your sheep.
This is what being in covenant with Yahuah.
We can that was then. We can today in the modern society.
Exactly.
You can think of what it is. Your
Praise
jobs,
Yahuah.
your work. Your children,
everything, even your cars,
your cars.
Exactly. Crazy.
See, Yahuah does that.
And
we can testify to that.
Barak
Yes, okay. So Baruch shall be your basket and your bowl.
But praise Yahuah, your fridge, in other words, will be full. Correct.
Baruch shall you be when you come in, and Baruch shall you be when you go out.
Getting goosebumps. All listening to. This is what covenant with Yahuah is.
That's it. Yahuah shall cause your enemies that rise up against you to be smitten before your face.
Fear not. Fear not.
They shall come against you one way and flee before you 7 ways.
7 ways. Amazing.
Yahuah shall command the barak'ut upon you in your storehouses and in all that you undertake. In all that you undertake.
In other words, everything you do, favored by you.
And you shall barak you in the land that Yahuah your Lord gives you.
Wherever
you are now, wherever we are, it doesn't matter. Yahuah shall establish you as a kadosh people to himself. Most important.
Barak Yahuah. Yahuah will establish you as a set-apart people to himself. Our covenant is with him. It is not with this world.
Exactly. Perfect. As he has sworn to you.
There you go. If thus says Yahuah, so shall it be.
There we go again. If you shall guard the commandments of Yahuah.
The commandments of Yahuah. This is where Torah becomes foundational.
Your law, and have your ways in his ways. I've got to follow him.
He even made it so simple that he himself came on this world to show us what his ways exactly are.
Can't get out of it.
Barak Yahuah.
And all people of the earth shall see that you are called by the name of Yahuah. And they shall be afraid of you. See? There you go. These are Yahuah's promises. And Yahuah shall make you have plenty in goods.
There you go. Yeah. So are we to fear when a famine comes upon the land?
Nope.
Are we to store up a storage house, spending $2,000 on food?
We don't even have a go-to bag.
No, not even a go-to bag.
All right?
Listen to what
and Yahuah shall make you have plenty in goods. Again,
this is covenant.
In the fruit of your body, and in the fruit of your cattle, and in the fruit of your ground. In the land which Yahuah swore to your abut to give you.
Praise you.
Right? Yahuah shall open to you his tub treasure.
Yes, good treasure.
The shamaym, to give the rain to your land in its season, and to barak all the work of your hand, and you shall lend to many nations, and you shall not borrow.
Praise you. To testify to what was just spoken, it's been rainy and cold here. We're in winter here in Sydney, Australia. Winter season. It's been rainy and cold all week. Today, what was the weather like?
Beautiful, sunny. And then
like
tomorrow rain for 2 days.
Praise Yahuah.
Even covers that. And Yahuah shall make you the head and not the tail.
Correct.
And you shall be above only, and you shall not be beneath. If you listen to the mitzvah, if you listen to the commandments of Yahuah,
listen. The operative word "listen" is a action word, meaning you also do them.
Which I command you this yom, to guard and to do them. To guard and to do them. And you shall not go aside from any of the words that I command you this day, to the right hand or to the left.
No.
To go after other mighty ones serve them.
Oh, no.
That's a whole other study. But, anyway. But it shall come to pass if you will not listen to the voice of Yahuah.
If you will not listen, in other words, if you will forge covenant with this world and leave the covenant I have set with you,
to guard, to do all his commandments and his statutes that I command you this day.
If you will not do them,
that all these curses shall come upon you and overtake you.
Listen. Yeah. If you break this covenant I set before you and enter into covenant with this world,
this is what a covenant is. Your covenant is if you do this, I'll do this.
If
and
not,
then you say, well, if you do this, I do that. Yeah, covenant. Yeah. So let's sign it, seal it. That's like a marriage covenant. On a marriage covenant, what is one says his vows to the other, and that's what it means. That's what it means. I will do this, and you will do that. Right? So that's what Yahuwah is basically saying here. If you do this, this is what I'll do for you. Yeah. But if you don't do this, hey, this is what I will do to you. There you go. All right, there we go. All right. Cursed shall you be in the city.
Yes.
And cursed shall you be in the field.
Yeah.
Cursed shall be your basket and your bowl. Cursed shall be the fruit of your body and the fruit of your land, the increase of your cattle and the flocks of your sheep.
Listen.
Cursed shall you be when you come in, and cursed shall you be when you go out.
Mighty are the works of Yahuwah.
That's correct. Yahuwah shall send upon you cursing.
Who shall?
Yahuwah shall send upon you cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that you set your hand to do, until you are destroyed and until you perish.
If you are in covenant with this world, you are subject to these curses. You are, I'm going to boldly say it here. If you are in covenant with this world, you are cursed. Yeah. You are cursed. It's unfortunate, but you are subject to these curses.
And even if you follow and worship other mighty ones.
Yeah, correct.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
If it's not Yahuwah, if Yahuwah's not in it,
it's wrong.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
And that's basically what he's saying.
Exactly.
If you follow, other mighty ones or whatever they are, well, he's telling you, look, this is what you're going to get.
Yeah.
This is what you're going to get.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to pinpoint or point fingers or anything, but I see many that are in religion that are always either ill with their bodies, cancers, they have all sorts of diseases, problems with their work, mental health. Perhaps, is it that they're veering to the left, veering to the right? Is it that they are not doing all his commandments? Is it that they are not in covenant with Yahuwah?
Correct.
If you are in covenant, you can claim this. Yeah. You can claim these promises. Yeah. Say, Yahuwah, I'm in covenant with you. And even amongst Yahuwah's people, I'm guaranteeing you there are lots that say that they are Yahuwah's people, but they are not. There's something that they're doing that is breaking. They're not in covenant with Yahuwah.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
We speak for ourselves that
you're either
every day must be reminded, stay on the path. We want to stay on that narrow path. Not veer to the left or right. That's what it means. Yeah,
you would be a fool to think that just because you're in covenant with God or JC, you are not in covenant with this world. That is, you are either in covenant with Yahuwah or in covenant with this world. There's no middle grey area. It simply that simply is how it is. Let's continue.
Yahuwah then, start again, shall send upon you cursing, vexation, rebuke in all that you set your hand to do, until you are destroyed and until you perish quickly, because of the wickedness of your doings by which you have forsaken me. So there you go. Yahuwah shall make the pestilence cleave to you until it has consumed you from off the land which you are going to possess.
There you go.
Yahuwah shall smite you with confusion and with a fever and with an inflammation and with an extreme what did I just say? Extreme burning and with the sword and with blight and with mildew and they shall pursue you until you perish. And your shamaym that is over your head shall be brass, and on the earth that is under you shall be iron. Yahuwah shall make the rain of your land powder and dust. From the shamaym shall it come down upon you until you are destroyed. Yahuwah shall cause you to be smitten before your enemies. You shall go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the malkutim of the earth. There you go. And your body shall be food to all fowls of the air and to the beasts of the earth, and no man shall frighten them away. Yahuwah will smite you with the boils of Mitzrayim. That's coming.
It's written. It's written. It's written right here. If you're not in covenant with Yahuwah, He will what?
He will smite you with the boils of Mitzrayim, and with the tumors, and with the scab, and with the itch of which you cannot be healed. Yahuwah is love. He doesn't do that. No. Yahuah.
You've got Yahuah all wrong.
That's correct. You don't know Yahuah.
You don't know
This is basically Yahuah is if you follow him and do what he says, what do you receive? That's what he's saying here. This is what I'll give you. But if you don't and you go that road and don't follow me, follow other ones, guess what I'm going to give you? I'm sorry, I'm going to give you'll perish.
Yeah, correct.
You're going to get boils. You're going to get look. It's we're not saying it.
Yeah.
It's here. Yeah, Deuteronomy 28.
I'm often reminded of the phrase, "Why do bad things always happen to me? Why always me?"
Well,
Here's why.
Need to ask Yahuah and look and listen. Right?
All right, Barak Yahuah. We're now going to skip. So that was verses 1 through to 27. We're now going to skip to read verses in the same chapter, Deuteronomy 28, 45 to 47.
All right, we'll just read this. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon you and shall pursue you and overtake you until you are destroyed.
Yep.
Because
why?
You listen not to the voice of Yahuah, your Lord.
There we go. Barak Yahuah. Did Yahuah not just speak that?
I said that. To shamaym, which is to guard his commandments. And his statutes.
Barak
Not
Yahuah.
just the Ten Commandments. With the Ten Commandments, all the statutes.
Yep.
You can study them yourself.
Yeah, correct. Watch part 6 of our Destination Zero series. It's right there.
Which he commanded you. So it's a command.
There you go. Yeah, it's a commandment. It's not a you can choose. You must do this.
That's correct.
And so look at all the favor you will receive.
That's what Torah is. Torah is an instruction.
It's instruction. That is.
And a commandment is an instruction. Because you were saying, I command you to do something.
Yeah.
You know, like a father tells a child, listen, I command you to don't do that or don't that.
Yeah.
Or, Yahuah tells us, these are commandments.
Yeah.
So if you don't do them, just as a parent does to a child, they're going to get in trouble.
Yeah,
so
correct.
All right.
As long as the parents keeping Torah.
And they shall be upon you for a sign.
Yes.
A sign.
Yeah. Yes.
And for a wonder and upon your seed forever, if you keep the commandments, saying the statute. Because you did not serve Yahuah your Lord with simcha, with gladness, and with gladness of heart, with joy.
Exactly.
For the abundance of all things.
All right.
I recommend you read all of that, chapter 28 and 29.
Yeah.
28 and 29 and meditate. But amazing chapters,
On that note.
All right,
On that note, precept upon precept,
let's
line upon line, here a little, there a little. We're going to now turn to the next chapter, Dabarym, words, Yahuah's words, Deuteronomy, chapter 29, in its entirety.
29 verses in chapter 29.
All
right, so we'll follow along. Let's see what Yahuah says. All right, these are the words of the Bryt.
Listen here. These are the words of the Bryt.
What's Bryt?
The Hebrew word Bryt. It means covenant. These are the words of the covenant. The Bryt. Now we draw your attention to this word Bryt, which means covenant. It means more specifically our covenant with Yahuah. Bryt. Now the Hebrew letters. The the ancient Hebrew letters that make up the word Bryt are comprised of the letters Bait, Rash, Yud, and Tau. Bait, Rash, Yud, and Tau. Bryt. Now, Bait is representative of a house. In Paleo Hebrew, each letter, it also symbolizes something. It's a symbol of something. Bait symbolizes house. Now, Rash, it symbolizes head. The head, which we know is Yahuah.
Our head is Yahuah.
Our head. Our head is Yahuah. Bait. We've got house. Rash. We've got head. Yud. It means it actually can mean two things: either hand, or more specifically action. The action thereof, right? The action. Now we've got bait. We've got rash. We've got yud, and then we've got tau. We've got tau, which means mark. It means a mark, a signature, a signifying. Now, if we add bait, rash, yud, and tau together, the meanings thereof, we get an entering into the mark of covenant. And entering into the house where there is the head, Yahuah, where we receive the mark, the tau of covenant, Bryt of covenant.
How many houses do you think there are?
Barak Yahuah.
How many
Only
houses?
two.
All right.
Only two. There
House
is
of what?
the house of Al, Yahuah, Aluah, and the house of Baal.
So,
The adversary.
you can make a Bryt
Yes.
with
Yahuah.
house of Al,
Yep.
Yahuah, or you can have a Bryt. It's
covenant
only two.
with the house of
There's none.
who is the leader of this world. Hasatan.
So that's how the devil deceives
Yep.
all these people that are in Christianity.
They think they're in covenant with Yahuah.
No, they don't even. Yes, I know. They don't. Yes, they think they're in covenant, but they're not.
Ignorantly, they're in
Are
covenant with.
Yeah, and everyone's in covenant. Something.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't.
No,
It's
no
like-
house
it's
is
like-
left.
Yeah, it's correct. It's like the temple. The temple. We have the temple, but in the temple, there's always someone residing in there.
There's
So-
always ruach, the breath of someone.
All right, let's keep going. All right, sorry.
Barak'ut.
These are the words of the Bryt.
The
Bryt, right? Which Yahuah commanded Moshe to make with the children of Yasharal in the land of Moab.
Yep.
Besides the Bryt, the covenant, that he made with them in Horeb.
Barak'ut,
That was
Mount
on
Sinai.
Yeah. And Moshe called to the house of Yasharal.
Yes.
And said to them, You have seen all that Yahuah did before your eyes in the land of Mitzrayim.
Barak'ut.
To Pharaoh,
Yeah.
and to all his abadim servants, and to all his land.
Barak'ut.
The great trials which your eyes have seen,
Listen.
the signs and those great miracles,
Yeah.
miracles.
Correct.
Yet Yahuah has not given you a
heart.
to perceive, and eyes to see, and ears to hear, to this day.
Barak'ut. Listen.
And I have led you 40 years in the wilderness.
Barak'ut. Yeah. Moses, through the ruach of Yahuah, has led Yasharal.
Your clothes have not worn out upon you.
Listen, because you have been in covenant with Yahuah, your clothes have not worn out upon you all these 40 years.
And your shoe has not worn out upon your foot.
Praise Yahuah.
Pretty good. Hopefully you had good shoes.
Yeah, 100%. Not like the shoes they make these days. Last year,
Plastic.
2 months, mummy.
Keep going. You have not eaten lakam,
Yeah.
neither have you drunk wine or strong drink, that you might know that I am Yahuah your Lord. Right?
Wonderful. Yeah.
So they have a sound mind.
Yeah.
And when you came to this place, Shikon, the Malak of Hezbon, Shikon, and Og, the Malak of Bashan, came out against us to battle, and we smote them. Right? And we took their land and gave it for an inheritance to the Reubenites and to the Gadites and to the half tribe of Manasseh.
Interesting.
Now listen this one.
Listen.
Keep therefore the words of this Bryt, this covenant.
Keep the words of this Bryt, of this mark of covenant that you're entering with Yahuah.
And do them. That's the yud.
Exactly.
And do them.
That's the yud. The action is that you do what is the covenant.
That you may prosper in all that you do.
That you may prosper in all that you do. Barak'ut. This is the covenant we make with Yahuah.
All right. You stand this Yom Day, all of you, before Yahuah your Lord.
Do we not stand before Yahuah every day?
He was saying that to all of you, right?
Yeah, correct.
Your captains of your tribes, your zakanim, your elders, and your officers, with all the men of Yasharal. Your little ones, your wives, your strangers that are in your camp, from the cutter of your wood to the drawer of your water. Wow. That you should enter into Bryt.
Listen, the word Bryt literally being described here in this verse, that you shall enter into covenant. Yes.
Covenant, with Yahuah,
with Yahuah, your Aluah. With Yahuah. Now, I just want to speak here on how this is beautifully and perfectly, without getting too into it, beautifully and perfectly represented through the marriage of a man and a woman. A man and a woman. Now, we all know that before a man is joined in marriage, in other words, in covenant with a woman, they are not to get to know each other just yet, because they are not in a spiritual covenant, a marriage covenant ordained by our high priest, Yahuah Mashiach, our high priest. But once they enter into a marriage covenant, that covenant, yes, spiritually, that covenant is then met physically by the act of a man going into his Aisha, an Aisha husband going into his wife. This forges the covenant. Us with Yahuah is no different. It's no different. It's no different that once we repent and are immersed in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, thus doing the spiritual act to tie us in covenant with Yahuah, keeping his commandments, statutes, and judgments, we then, through the act of continually keeping them.
Spiritual circumcision.
Not physical. Yes, no, spiritual circumcision of heart by keeping his commandments. We have then entered into covenant with Yahuah, thus gotten to know Yahuah, and thus Yahuah has gotten to know us. Barak Yahuah. This is covenant. This is the forging. This is Bryt, the entering of a covenant, a mark being created spiritually, and so physically through the act of immersion, a covenant is created. Praise you.
All right. So go start again.
Yeah,
but you should enter into Bryt, covenant with Yahuah your Lord, and into his oath, which Yahuah your Lord makes with you this yom.
Yeah, praise Yahuah. Yeah, the vows are being exchanged. There is an acceptance, and thus an oath, thus a covenant.
Right. That he may establish you today for a people to himself.
Yes.
And that he may,
in other words, as a bride,
be to you an Yahuah.
Yes.
The mighty one. As he has said to you, and as he has sworn to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac,
and to Jacob, as we just read.
Neither with you only do I make this Bryt,
only
and this
Yahshua, only Yahshua,
but with him that stands here with us this day before Yahuah our Lord, and also with him that is not here with us this yom.
Barak Yahuah. Praise Yahuah.
For you know how we have dealt in the land of Mitzrayim, and how we came through the nations that you passed by. Passed by. Pass over. And you have seen their abominations and their idols.
Yes.
Wood and stone, nothing changed. Silver and gold, which were among them. Lest there should be among you man, woman, or mishpaka, family members, or tribe, whose heart turns away this day from Yahuah our Lord, to go and serve the mighty ones of these nations.
There we go. In other words, lest you break the covenant forged with you and Yahuah this day and enter into a covenant with the nations, which is the world.
Lest there should be among you a root that bears bitterness.
Listen.
And wormwood.
Yes.
You know what wormwood is?
Bitterness.
It's really bad. But and it come to pass when he hears the words of this curse.
Listen.
That he Baruch himself, blesses himself, Baruch, in his love, saying, I shall have shalom. Shall have peace. Though I have my ways in the imagination of my heart.
There you go. In other words, don't get too comfortable with yourself. No, don't. It really is true that you are your own worst enemy, because what is attached to us? Flesh. It is the flesh, and as Shuliach, Apostle Shaul speaks, that the flesh is enmity against the Ruach. It is at war. Our flesh and the Ruach within us, through our covenant with Yahuah, is at war.
Example. I don't have to keep the Torah anymore. We don't have to keep the law. That was nailed to the cross. Well, it wasn't even a cross. All right, there you go. That's the imagination of your heart. But now you're listening. Your heart's being transferred to pastors and false shepherds, that you go and ask them these questions instead of searching for yourself. That's what that means. That's what that means. Correct. All right, to add drunkenness to thirst. That's what I mean.
Exactly. That example is exactly what you just read.
Drunkenness means correct. You're drunk of the horror.
You go astray. Astray.
All right. Yahuah will not spare him. But then the anger of Yahuah and his zeal shall be lit against that man. And all the curses that are written in this scroll.
All the curses, we just read them.
Shall lie upon him.
There you go.
And Yahuah shall blot this. Yahuah shall blot out his name from under the shamaym. That's it. Yahuah shall blot out,
that goes without saying. You don't want to be blotted out from under the shamaym, all the way through.
And Yahuah shall separate him for evil out of all the tribes of Yashar, according to all the curses of the covenant that are written in this scroll of the Torah. There's a Torah. So that the generation to come of your children that shall rise up after you, and the stranger that shall come from a far land shall say, when they see the plagues of that land and the sicknesses which Yahuah has laid upon it,
Yes.
and that the whole land is like that which is brimstone and salt and burning.
Listen here.
That it is not sown, nor bears, nor any grass grows in it, like the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, Admah and Zeboim, which are other two towns, which Yahuah overthrew in his anger and in his wrath. Even all nations shall say, why has Yahuah done this to the land? What means the heat of this great anger? Then men shall say, because they have forsaken the Bryt of Yahuah, Yahuah of their fathers, which he made with them when he brought them forth out of the land of Mitzrayim.
Okay, so listen, this is exactly what I was most excited and waiting to get to. So, why will Yahuah? Listen, this is a question we've been asked many times by our very own family members, by those around us. Why will Yahuah curse his own people? Why will he curse his own people? Why will he do these horrible things to his own people, so much as to give them plagues of cancers and boils, etc.? It is, as we just read, to show that if you do not keep my commandments, this is what you are subject to.
That's correct.
All I, as creator of the whole world, as creator of all, however many billion people roam this world, all I want from my people is obedience. All I want is obedience, and for you to walk in the ways that I've set before you. And if you do something so simple as that, it's simple. We've got it right here in one book. When I a little side story here. When I was growing up as a teenager, I got into all the new agey stupid stuff that this world growing up, social media throws at you. Yes, I did. And one of the things I got into was reading books about philosophy. Reading books about philosophy. Now, I'll tell you right now that I had a bookshelf that ranged so long that both my hands going stretched out like this couldn't even measure how long the bookshelf was. With all these books of philosophy that I read. Now, Yahuah has made it so simple. The point of me saying that is that Yahuah has made it so simple that for us, his covenant-keeping people, we have one book about half a hand's length thick. One book about half a hand's length thick to read, and only scraping the surface of said book. Only reading a quarter of what is in this said book will allow us to get to know Yahuah strong enough to come into covenant with him. So thus says Yahuah, I have made it so simple that you have a one book to read and to get to know me. If you do the things that I require of you, which are written in this book, which are spoken through the mouths of my servants crying out in the wilderness in this end time season, the prophets back in the day, if you simply just take heed and read this book I've given you, then thus I will subject you to all the favorings written therein in the book. But if you do not do something so simple as this, then you will be subject to the curses. The curses.
And why do you think Yahuah does?
Correct.
Why do you need to say why? Why would he do that? Yahushua said that he came for, not for the righteous,
but for the unrighteous. To call transgressors to teshuvah.
That's why Yahuah loves Ephraim.
Correct, yeah.
Because
he will make things so hard.
We did this, like the parable of the prodigal son. All right?
Yeah.
We did a teaching on that somewhere, if I find it. That's exactly what he wants. He wants Yahuah.
He wants you to give up.
To turn away from those idols, turn away, come back, call on my name, repent, be immersed in the name of Yahushua, right? And keep my commandments.
Yep. So simple.
And if you do that, Yeah, eat clean foods.
Yeah.
That's what it means. Not 613 laws of Judaism. Sorry. No. It's simple. Simple.
Yeah.
Keep my Sabbath.
Yeah.
Keep my feast days. With the Sabbaths are in there.
Yeah.
Keep my dietary laws. Eat clean foods. Do righteousness, and to you, and love Yahuah first, and then love your fellow man. Yeah, that's it. Man, is that hard?
No.
Oh, well, guess who makes it hard?
Yeah,
the world. The world. So who's ruling? Who's running the world at the moment?
Yeah.
The devil.
Yeah, the adversary.
Right? So that's it. So Yahuah gave us this. He gave us this way as a guide, as to say, please.
Don't need all these philosophy books.
Turn back, turn back, and I will receive you and barak you.
Yeah, correct.
That's just basically what he's saying. Yeah. It's not us saying it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Don't follow the imaginations of your hearts. You go, but I believe that Yahuwah's this, or I believe that my pastor said this, my pastor said that. Hello, what does Yahuwah say?
Yeah, exactly.
What does Yahuwah say?
Correct.
Wake up.
Yeah.
Listen, you've got time's running out. We are short.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Even if you call upon the name of Yahuwah, don't think that that's going to get you out of anything. No, you're not escaping anything. You're only subjecting yourself more to
we must
you should have
check ourselves every day too.
Yeah,
we have
his
to check
commands.
ourselves every day as well. That we are not. And don't worry, Yahuwah, if you cry out to him and you veer to the left or veer to the right, we all
He
do.
will redeem.
He'll chastise you.
Yeah, correct
He'll
you.
chastise you and correct you,
path.
and you repent and praise him for doing that and bring you back on the path.
Yeah, beautiful.
That's a mighty Yahuwah, loving
Thus you
Yahuwah
remain in
that we
covenant
serve.
with Yahuwah.
That we
Yeah,
serve.
praise
And
the
he wants you to find out what he is and what he does. All right, let's move on.
All right, let's move on. I was just going to say this is everything we just said is the exact same for why the tribulation must come upon the earth. It's to put Ephraim in a corner where they literally are trying so hard to do it their way, but Yahuwah's cursing them and it's not working. And so they're sitting in a corner and they kneel and they say, Yahuwah, I give up. I can't do it anymore. I repent to you. Yahuwah, pour your Ruach upon me, please, and redeem me. And thus he will.
He will.
Thus he will. All right, let's continue.
All right, so you go. Verse 26.
At verse 26, chapter 29.
He's going to tell you why. For they went and served other mighty ones.
Yep, there we go.
And worshipped them.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Yep.
Yep. Mighty ones whom they knew not and whom he had not given to them. Yahuwah
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
He said, worship me and no one else.
Yeah.
All right. And the anger of Yahuwah was lit against this land.
Deservedly
to bring upon
so.
it all the curses that are written in the scroll.
There you go.
And Yahuwah rooted them out of their land in anger and in wrath and in great indignation and cast them into another land as it is this day. Right? Here we go. Last verse. The secret things belong to Yahuwah our Lord.
Barak Yahuwah. Yep.
But those things that are revealed belong to us and to our children la'olam ba'ad, forever, that we may do all the words of this Torah.
Barak Yahuwah. There we go.
So there are secret things. They said, why do you think Yahuwah reveals things to some and not to others? Because what are they doing?
Yeah,
they're doing all the words of Yahuwah.
They're in covenant.
These aren't legalistic things. No, these are doing the words of Yahuwah. Then he will receive all these benefits. All these benefits. Barak Yahuwah.
Praise you.
We've got your 30 as well. Well, let's keep your page book open there. We're going to
flip over to chapter 30.
We're going to do verse 30. All right.
In its entirety.
I'll go through it fast.
Let's begin. Barak Yahuwah.
All right. And it shall come to pass,
yes,
when all these things have come upon you, the barakah and the curse which I have set before you, and you shall call them to mind among all the nations.
Yes. This is because if you are under Yahuwah's barakah, then only by veering off it do you then subject yourself to the curses.
That's correct. See, and he says, where Yahuwah your Lord has driven you. So where did Ephraim go?
Yeah, correct.
all over the world, everywhere. They're scattered.
Yeah.
That's how he's referring to.
And
here we go. And shall teshuvah, which means
repent,
to
turn away
Yahuah,
from
your
your
Lord,
crime to Yahuah your Lord.
and shall obey his voice.
Barak Yahuah, obey. The operative word here is obey.
According to all that I command you.
Barak Yahuah.
This is what
Correct.
Moshe was telling the people.
Yeah, buddy.
You and your children, with all your love, all your
Yes.
heart, and with all your being.
Yes.
That then Yahuah, your Lord,
This is covenant.
will turn your captivity
Barak
and
Yahuah.
have compassion upon you,
Barak Yahuah.
and will return and gather you from all the nations where Yahuah, your Yahuah has scattered.
This
you.
is now.
Was that it? It is
now in this season.
This is
Barak
now.
Yahuah. Barak Yahuah.
This has happened. It's happening, and you still have a chance.
Barak Yahuah.
to
Yes, a
Right?
very short amount of time though. We must.
Listen to this. Let's keep
Barak
going. This is
Yahuah.
an amazing chapter. If any of you are driven out
Yes.
to the farthest parts of the shamayim,
Oh, yeah, praise
right?
Yahuah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
From-
figuratively. Yes.
From there will Yahuah your Lord gather you,
Praise
and
Yahuah.
from there will he fetch you.
Yeah. Barak
Right?
Yahuah.
He's already
Whether,
fetched us.
yeah, praise Yahuah. All those things.
And Yahuah your Lord
Yes.
will bring you into the land that your fathers possessed,
Yeah.
and you shall possess it.
Yep, Barak
And he
Yahuah. This is
will
a
do
foreshadow to
you
Mount Zion.
good. That's
Yes,
correct.
praise
Not-
Yahuah.
Not Africa.
No.
Not Jerusalem. And multiply you above your fathers.
Ah,
all
well,
right?
thank you.
And Yahuah your Lord, look at this, will perform Bryt Milah. which
He
is
will
what?
perform circumcision, listen,
Upon your heart.
upon your heart.
What do you think I was gonna say? No,
Barak
upon your
Yahuah, Barak Yahuah. Keep
Man,
my
that's-
covenant, keep
yeah.
my commandments, thus I will circumcise your heart. You belonging now fully to me.
Yes.
Praise Yahuah.
And the heart of your seed
Yes.
to love Yahuah your Lord
Yes.
with all your heart
Yes.
and with all your being,
Yes.
that you may live.
Ah.
That you may live. And Yahuah your this is the
Eternally.
new covenant.
Yeah, this is the new covenant. Barak
And
Yahuah.
Yahuah your Lord
This
will
is the eternal covenant.
That's correct. Yahuah your Lord will put all these curses upon your enemies.
Yes.
And on them that hate you, who
Yes.
persecute
Yeah,
you.
who-
Right, that's
exactly,
coming.
who
And you
persecute
shall make teshuvah
Yeah.
again. Here we
Yes.
go, teshuvah.
Praise Yahuah.
And obey the voice of Yahuah. And do all his commandments.
Barak Yahuah.
And do all his commandments.
Barak Yahuah.
And not do his commandments.
Do
Right?
all of
Yeah.
his commandments.
Do all his commandments, which I command you this year.
Barak Yahuah. All the stuff.
And Yahuah your Lord will make you have excess. Excess.
Yes.
Not just
See?
the minimal.
Excess.
Not just basic
No,
excess.
the best of the best.
Excess
The
in
best of the
every
best.
work of your hand.
All esteem belongs to Yahuah.
In the fruit of your body,
Yes,
and
providence.
in the fruit of your cattle,
Providence.
and in the fruit of your land.
Providence.
For
This is
so
covenant with
everything.
Yahuah. Is
Everything.
providence
Two.
far more than what
Wait,
we
no,
ask or even
for
deserve.
Two, but it says for two,
For
good.
good, of course. Praise Yahuah.
For Yahuah will again
Yes.
rejoice over you
All esteem.
for good.
Praise Yahuah.
Right, good.
Praise
As he rejoiced over your fathers.
Yes.
If you shall listen to the voice of Yahuah, your Lord,
If you shall listen to the voice
guard
of
his
Yahuah, your
commandments. How
Lord,
many times he says this?
guard his
It's
commandments.
amazing. And his statutes, which are written in this scroll of the Torah.
Praise Yahuah.
And if you turn to Yahuah your Lord with all your heart and with all your being.
Barak Yahuah. This is royal covenant Torah.
Torah.
This
Oh,
is not Torah of old. No, it's
This
not.
Destination Zion, part 12.
Yeah, go watch it.
Please watch that. For this commandment,
Yes.
which I command you this day, is not hidden from you.
Listen here. This circles back to what we were saying.
Neither is it far off.
Neither is it far off.
Right here.
No,
Right here. All right. It is not in the shamayim.
it is not
that
in
you
the
sh- That
shamayim.
you should say, who shall go up for us to the shamayim and bring it to us,
There you
that
go.
we may hear and do it.
There you go. No, he's put it right in
Right
front
in
of
front
us.
of us.
Barak Yahuah.
Neither is it beyond the sea that you should say, who shall go over the
No.
sea for us
No.
and bring it to us, that we may hear and do it.
No,
But the word is very near to you,
The word-
in your mouth,
Dabar Yahuah,
and
the word
in
of
your
Yahuah.
love, in your heart, and in your hand,
Praise Yahuah.
that you may do
There
it.
you
That means even if you hear it, how many people do we tell about the name? And how the name is important. Okay, there are some false wolves out there teaching that the name is not important. Doesn't matter if you say JC.
Woe-
Doesn't matter
woe
if
to
you
those
say
workers of
Yahuah.
Hasatan.
Doesn't matter
Woe
if
to
you
them.
say Yeshua. No.
Yahuah's gonna get you.
No. There is one name, and Yahuah has restored all things. That means he will restore his name. He will restore the Sabbath. He restores the feast days. So what does the devil come in? Babel. It's called Babel. Confusion.
With the desires of your own heart.
Right? So no, Yahuah reveals the truth. And that's it.
Yahuah.
All right.
Correct.
See,
Yes.
I have set before you this yom.
Yes. Listen.
This is it. Chaym,
Life
and tub,
and good
and death,
and death
and evil.
and evil.
There you go.
In other words, I have set before you a covenant with me, with
Or a
eternal
covenant with
life,
there's only two covenants.
or a covenant with this world, with death.
You could either make
with
a
the
covenant
adversary.
You know what they say? They say these movie actors or so and so. They sold their soul. No, they haven't sold their soul. Who do you think the soul belongs to? No, they made a covenant with death.
Correct.
That's what they've done. They made a covenant with death. If they have a soul, it belongs to you, right? But no, we make a covenant with life. How do you do that? Yahushua said, "I am the way, the truth,
and the life.
Follow me."
Yeah,
that's
choose life.
That's right. Choose life. Choose death.
Exactly.
All right.
Covenant with the world or covenant with you.
In that I command you this day.
Yes.
To love Yahuah your Lord, to have your
yes.
halakha, your ways,
have
in
your
his
ways in his ways. This is covenant.
To guard his commandments.
Guard his commandments.
And his statutes.
And his statutes.
Not just the 10 Commandments.
No.
I was a member of, I don't care, I'll say it, SDA Church. All right. Oh, yeah, they think they kept the Shabbat and they were Yahuah's remnant people, according to their false prophet. No, but what about the statutes? Then I came to the knowledge of keeping the feast days. No, they kicked me out. Kicked me out of Bible study, kicked me out of everything. And why? You see, that's their failure. So the devil's got them as part of a religion.
Yeah, correct.
Well, we
in
lost
other
our
words,
religion.
they're in
We
covenant.
lost our religion.
Our religion. Yeah, correct. There's a song.
Religions.
Yeah, right.
All right, so there you go. So see what he does. So here's why he says here, his commandments and his statutes.
Yeah, there
Those
you
are
go.
all
Because
attached. Things
his
attached
covenant.
to the commandments. You know, the tablets not only were written on the front, they were written on the back.
Yeah,
All
or
right, so you need
statutes
to go
on the
back
back.
to Exodus.
Yeah.
Before
Study
Exodus
it properly.
20, I think it is.
24.
24, yes.
Yeah, something like that.
That is the Torah. That is royal covenant Torah.
Correct. Praise
All right. But if you're, what it does that again, shamaym, God, and his chukim, and his mishpatim, also,
Yes, and his judgments
also must know, that you may live and multiply. And Yahuah your Lord shall barak you.
He shall barak you in the land
which you are going to possess.
Barak
Wherever you are.
all esteem.
But, there's a but. There's a but. Yeah, but. If your heart turns away.
If, in other words, if you're in covenant with me, but then cross into covenant with the world, with the adversary, your heart turns away, it veers left or right.
Is that called the falling away?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
and it has come. The falling away has
come. I did a video
come.
of that too, so watch that. So that you will not hear.
Listen, there you go. You become ignorant.
But shall be drawn away.
Drawn, operative word, drawn away.
Other mighty ones.
To worship other mighty ones. Worshipping yourself is included in this.
And serve them.
And serve them. And serving yourself and your fleshly desires.
I declare to you this day.
Listen.
That you shall surely perish.
There you go.
Perish. And that you shall not prolong your days.
No.
Upon the land. Which you pass over the Jordan to go to possess. There you go.
Canaan, it was.
Here we go. This look at this. I call the shamaym
and
the arats,
barak Yahuah, listen,
and the earth to record this day against you. That I have set before you life and death, barakah and cursing,
favorings and cursings.
Therefore choose your chaym.
Therefore choose life,
that both you and your zerah may live.
That both you and your seed may live.
Okay. That you may, one more. That you may love Yahuah your Lord.
Yes.
And that you may obey his voice.
Love Yahuah and obey his voice.
And that you may cleave to him.
Cleave to
him.
Yahuah.
For he is your chaym.
He is your life.
And the length of your yamim.
And the length of your days.
That you may dwell in the land which Yahuah swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Yitzhak, to Jacob, to give them. Let's come.
We're soon coming
That's
home.
it.
We're soon coming home.
Right.
The word in this end time season is to remember. Remember the covenant in which Yahuah formed with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and so he forms with us. Remember it, and veer not left or right. Cross not into covenant with this world. Okay. Take not an Isha of the land of Canaan. No.
Right.
No.
We don't know where the land of Canaan is.
No,
but
I'm talking.
What does it mean?
Talking,
Explain
figuratively.
It means the world.
It means
Canaan
to not forge covenant with the world. Forge not covenant with the world. Our covenant is with Yahuah in his Kadush Malkut, in his set apart kingdom. Dabarym, just to summarize what we just read, Dabarym, the book of Hebrews, chapter 8, verse 10. Let's read.
What? One verse?
Yeah.
No way. All right. For this, here we go.
Listen.
For this is the Bryt.
This is the Bryt, the mark of covenant with Yahuah.
I will make with Beit Yasharal.
This is Yahuah speaking, that I will make with the house of Yasharal.
After those days.
Listen.
Says the Master Yahuah.
Says the Master Yahuah.
I will put my Torah, my law, my instruction into their mind.
Into their mind, the Hebrew word here, nafash, which actually means mind, but it also means being. It means being as well, yes.
And write it on their labut.
And write it as vows of a marriage covenant are written. I will write it on their hearts.
And I will be their Alua.
And I will be their mighty one, Yahuah their Alua.
And they shall be my people called Ami.
And they shall be Ami, my people.
But notice, I will. Right? Remember, when Yahuah gave the commandments on stone, he said to these people, you shall. They said, we do.
No.
But this time, the new covenant is, I will. Yahuah puts it in our hearts. That means he puts it in our hearts so that we desire to do it. But you still have to make the choice. He doesn't force us. Still makes it. That is the new
must
covenant.
be immersed in the name. You must repent, be immersed in the name of Yahuah.
That's what you will receive.
And keep his covenant.
If you turn to Yahuah. You will receive. All right.
Now we're going to quickly, because what would this proclamation be without some examples of this beautiful covenant with Yahuah? We're going to quickly turn to a prime example that we're going to read. Sovereign Daud, King David, as spoken earlier in this video by the Master, perfect reflection of Yahuah himself, Yahushua Mashiach. Yahuah manifest in the likeness of man, but in his own flesh and blood. Sovereign Daud, a perfect reflection. 1 Samuel chapter 16, verses 1 through to 13, being in covenant with Yahuah, as opposed to being in covenant with this world. Sovereign Daud was, in fact, from young in covenant with Yahuah.
And Yahuah said to Samuel, right? How long will you mourn for Shaul?
Listen, this is when King Sovereign Shaul was pretty much cooked. He was he had transgressed Yahuah's command.
Seeing I have rejected him from reigning over the house of Yasha. Fill your horn with oil.
Fill your horn with Kadush set apart oil.
I will send you to Yishai, the
Jesse.
Bethlehemite.
The Bethlehemite. Correct. Barak Yahuah, which means the house of bread, the living bread of Yahuah.
I have provided for me Amalek from among his sons.
Barak Yahuah.
There you go. And Samuel said, how can I go? If Shaul will hear, he will kill me. And Yahuah said, take a heifer with you and say, I have come to sacrifice to Yahuah. And call Yishai to the sacrifice, and I will show you what you shall do. And you shall anoint for me the very one whom I name to you.
Listen, whom I will choose, whom I name to you. Does Yahuah not choose us? Does Yahuah not choose us to enter into covenant with him? Just like it is Torah that a man chooses his Aisha, a man chooses his woman, so Yahuah chooses us. And we, as an Aisha accepts, we also accept his choosing of us by choosing him, by choosing life.
One could say that Yahuah calls us, and it is us that chooses as well. So you could say that he calls us.
It's a vice versa.
And choose, because Yahuah cannot force you to do it. That's
Barak Yahuah.
your choice. All right, and Shamuel did that which Yahuah spoke and came to Bethlehem. And the Zakanim of the town, the elders of the town, trembled at his coming and said, "Are you coming in shalom?"
Barak
And he
Yahuah.
said, "In shalom, I have come to sacrifice to Yahuah. Set yourselves apart and come with me to the sacrifice." And he set apart Yishai and his sons and called them to the sacrifice. And it came to pass, when they had come, that he looked on Eliab and said, "Surely Yahuah's anointed is before him." But Yahuah said to Shamuel,
Listen.
"Look not on his appearance."
Look not on his appearance. Now, Eliab, sovereign Dawood's brother, was strong. He was handsome. He probably had nice hair and good stature. But Shmuel said here, surely this is who I'm going to anoint. What did Yahuah say?
"Look not on his appearance or on his height, because I have refused him."
I have refused him.
For Yahuah sees not as mankind sees.
Yahuah sees not as man, in other words, as this world, as vanity sees.
For mankind looks on the outward appearance.
Flesh looks on the outward flesh appearance.
But Yahuah looks on the love, on the heart.
But Yahuah looks on the heart that is willing to obey his covenant, his buddy.
Then Yishai called
Then,
Abinadab,
yes, another brother of David,
and made him pass before Shamuel, and he said, "Neither has Yahuah chosen this one."
No.
Then Yishai made Shammah to pass by, and he said, "Neither has Yahuah chosen this one."
No.
Again, Yishai made 7 of his sons to pass before Shamuel, and Shamuel said to Yishai, "Yahuah has not chosen any of these."
No. Why? Because they were altogether vanity. They were
Shamuel
of this world.
Said to Yishai,
Then,
"Are all your children here?" And he said,
"Listen,
there remains yet the youngest, and see, he keeps the sheep."
The youngest who keeps the sheep, who is simple, who reflects the life of a meek and lowly shepherd.
Yes, and Shamuel said to Yishai, "Send and get him, for we will not sit down until he comes here." And he sent and brought him in.
Listen.
Now he was dark-skinned.
Yes, dark-skinned. Reddish.
With beauty of eyes, and took to the side.
Nice eyes. It's still good to the
and
sight.
And Yahuah said, "Arise,
Listen.
anoint him, for this one is he."
Barak Yahuah. Yahuah said, "Arise, anoint him, for this one is he." This is the one whom I have picked, who I know is willing to obey me in covenant. Barak Yahuah.
Then Shamuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brothers, and the Ruach of Yahuah came upon Dawood from that yom forward. So Shamuel rose up and went to Ramah.
There we go. Barak Yahuah. A Bryt was made. It was forged, and it was Dawood already most certainly keeping his commandments was formally entered into covenant when Shmuel the Nabi, the prophet, poured David's head with oil of set apart anointing, fully set apart to Yahuah, as a bride set apart to her bridegroom. Barak Yahuah. Just as we are set apart to Yahuah through covenant. We're now going to turn to Tahalim, Psalms 151. Dawood, a perfect representation of covenant, of the covenant of Yahuah, of all in which we just read throughout Deuteronomy. Barak Yahuah.
I was small among my brothers and youngest in my Abba's bayit.
I was nothing in this world.
I tended my Abba's sheep.
I just tended my Abba's sheep.
My hands formed the musical instrument, and my fingers tuned the guitar.
Barak
And who shall tell my Yahuah?
Listen, this is David saying,
the
who
Master
shall tell
himself.
my
He
Yahuah?
himself will hear.
He, Yahuah himself, will hear. When I'm in covenant with Yahuah, it is Yahuah who I serve, and Yahuah who provides for me marital rights, food, clothing, shelter, and all the rest, as we read.
He sent forth his heavenly malak and took me from my Abba's sheep.
There you go. Barak Yahuah.
He anointed me with the oil of his anointing.
Praise Yahuah. We just read that.
My brothers were handsome and tall.
Yes, they were handsome. They were everything that this world likes and wants and needs.
But Yahuah did not take pleasure in them. There you go. I went forth to meet the Philistines, and he cursed me by his idols.
Yeah. This is specifically Goliath, right? Yes.
But I drew his own sword.
But I feared not.
Beheaded him.
Removed
the reproach from the children of Yasharah.
Barak Yahuah. This is what coming into covenant with Yahuah entails. It is defeat. It is having your worldly enemies figuratively, but also even physically here in this case, under your feet. It is being restored to that position of sonship where we as Adam was made to rule over this world, this earth. We are made to rule over it too, being set apart kings and priests to Yahuah in the order of Melchizedek. Matatyahu. Now to wrap everything wonderfully together, being in covenant with Yahuah versus being in covenant with this world, life versus death, are the words of Yahusha here, Yahushua HaMashiach, Matatyahu, Matthew chapter 5, verses 1 through to 20. Let's read.
And seeing the multitudes, he went up on a higher mountain. And when he was seated, his Talmudim came
disciples.
to him, and he opened his mouth and taught them, saying,
Listen,
all right,
this is covenant.
Baruch
Favored
are the poor in Ruach, for theirs is the barak'ut of heaven.
Barak Yahuah.
Baruch are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Baruch are the meek, for they shall inherit the land.
This is covenant. Baruch are the meek, for they shall inherit the land. Nothing different. Listen, nothing different to what we read in Deuteronomy. The exact same. Being Bryt, be in the mark of covenant with me, says Yahuah, and I will give you the land.
Baruch are they that do hunger and thirst after righteousness.
Barak Yahuah, like David was willing to obey Yahuah. He thirsted for the acknowledgement of Yahuah.
So they shall be filled.
Barak Yahuah.
Baruch are the rakamim, the merciful givers, for they shall obtain rakamim.
Yes, correct.
Baruch are the pure in heart, for they shall see Yahuah.
The pure in heart.
Are the shalom makers, peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of Yahuah. Baruch are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake.
Yes.
For theirs is the barak'ut.
Praise Yahuah. They are in covenant with Yahuah and thus get persecuted of those who are in covenant with who? Baal. With the adversary. Yes.
Baruch are you when men shall revile you and persecute you and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be in great gladness, for great is your reward in the shamayim. For so persecuted they the prophets who were before you.
Exactly. Barak Yahuah. Now this is the test, is remain in covenant with Yahuah even through your adversity, and thus your reward in the shamayim, in the world to come, will be great.
You are the salt of the earth.
Yes.
But if the salt has lost its taste.
But if the salt has been, again, as if the herbs have been sprayed with chemical pollution of the nations.
That's it. How shall it be salted?
How shall it be salted? How shall it be tasty for Yahuah?
It is no longer tub.
It's no longer good
for anything. But
it's polluted.
To be cast out and to be trodden under the feet of men.
There you go.
You are the light of the world.
Yes, Barak Yahuah.
A city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden.
No, it can't.
Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel,
Praise
but
Yahuah.
on a menorah.
There you go. Correct.
And it gives light to all that are in the bayit.
Yes, Barak Yahuah.
Let your light so shine before men.
This is covenant.
That they may see your good works.
Yep. Covenant.
Works, and esteem your Father who is in the shamayim.
This is covenant.
Think not that I am come to weaken or destroy the Torah.
Listen, think not that I've told you now you don't have to keep the very thing that brings you into covenant.
Or the prophets.
Yep.
I have not come to weaken.
Listen.
Or destroy it.
Listen.
But to completely reveal it.
In
its intended fullness.
Barak Yahuah. This is the correct translation here. This is the correct translation here. The translation straight from the Hebrew of the book of Matthew. This is the correct translation. Not the Masoretic that says something different in this scenario, but Yahushua HaMashiach came to fully reveal the Torah in its fullness. The instructions given to us to enter us into the mark of covenant through who? Yahushua HaMashiach.
For truly I say to you.
Truly I say to you.
Until the current shamayim and the earth pass away.
Until this world which is full of wickedness passes away.
Not one yud.
Not one yud.
Is a letter, or one nekuda.
Or one nakuda. These, in other words, not one. It's written in another translation, jot or tittle. Yeah.
Shall by any means
pass
from the Torah
all
be fulfilled.
Until all be fulfilled.
Whoever therefore shall break
Listen.
or weaken one of the least Torah commandments.
Listen, just as my uncle was saying, if you step out of covenant for even a second,
Broken. And shall teach men so.
and
So there's two conditions.
Yep.
If you break out of it, and you teach
men
so.
to break out of covenant.
He shall be called the least in the makut.
There you go.
Shamaym.
There you
Doesn't
go.
mean you're going to get in the makut.
No, the actual.
Let's
If you look
explain
into
it,
the
let's see.
Strong's, if you look into the Strong's,
means you
the
won't
Strong's
believe.
root word here, where it says the least in the shamaym, the root word, I forget the exact word, the Greek word he used, but for the word in actually means by. So the correct translation here is actually the least, called the least by the malkut of shamaym, the
So
kingdom
it
of
means
heaven.
you don't get in.
No,
That's
it
what
means
it's
you
saying.
don't get in,
Right.
and that the kingdom of heaven calls you the least. Why?
Least,
Because
because you didn't make it.
No, you turned away from covenant.
That's right.
We just read it. You're under Yahuah's curses, not barakahs.
But whoever shall do and teach the commands,
But whoever shall remain in covenant by keeping the
the
commands,
same shall be called great
the same shall be called great
by the makut.
by the kingdom of heaven. Barak Yahuah.
For I say to you,
I say to you,
except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the Sadducees and Pharisees,
yes,
you shall in no case enter into the makut of Yahuah.
correct. So, in other words, except you actually walk in covenant instead of just speaking covenant, instead of just clinging to 613 laws, but forgetting to love Yahuah and love your man as yourself, then you're not in covenant. That's correct. Barak Yahuah. Now we're going to turn to chapter 6 of Matatyahu, the book of Matthew, the good news of Yahushua Mashiach. Chapter 6, verses 7. First, we're going to do 7 through to 13. Let's read.
Again, when you make tefillah, which
when you make prayer, listen here.
petition, use not vain repetitions.
Use not vain repetitions,
as the heathen do.
as the heathen do. In other words, pray not as this world around us prays. Pray not as the religions around us pray.
E.g. the rosary.
Yes, e.g., for example, the rosary, vain repetition. But,
For they think that they shall be heard for their long prayers.
yes,
Their long prayers.
yes,
Be not therefore like them.
be not therefore like them.
For do you not see that your Abba knows, your Father knows, what things you have need of
Barak
before
Yahuah.
you even ask Him?
But, in other words, trust in Yahuah. But trust in Yahuah. Don't think you need to walk into church and confess your crimes to the priest who is a worker of Baal, a worker of the adversary. But rather humbly sit before me in your own bedroom and confess your crimes to me and ask for repentance in the name of Yahuah, Yahushua Mashiach.
All right. After this manner, therefore, make tefillah, make petition.
Listen.
There we go. Our Abba who is in the Shamayim.
Our Abba who is in the Shamaym,
Kadush Shmeka, which means
separated is your name.
Your makut come.
Yes, your kingdom come.
Your ratzon be done.
Yet your will be done
in the earth
in the earth
as it is in the Shamayim.
as it is in the heavens above. Your will, Yahuah, please
Give
be
us
done.
today our daily lakam.
Give us our daily bread. In other words, your Dabarym, your words of covenant.
Correct. And forgive us our crimes.
Yes.
As we forgive our transgressors.
Yeah. As we forgive those who transgress against us.
And guard us from temptation.
Listen, guard us, Yahuah, from forging a covenant with the world by the temptation of our flesh.
But deliver us from evil.
There you go. Redeem us thereof.
For yours is the makut and the power and the tifereth
the kingdom, the power,
Amen.
the esteem.
Amen. That's it.
Aman.
Right.
Aman,
Verse
aman.
19.
Aman. Aman, comprising of the Paleo-Hebrew words Aleph, Mam, Nun, meaning the Aleph, which is Yahuah, which is the first, the everlasting, the head, waters, which is Mam, Mayim, the seed. Waters, the seed. When you say Aman, you are simply saying, Yahuah, come and water the seed of my petition.
Also means so
prayer.
be it. But you can say Amen.
Yes. Aleph, Mam, Nun. Barak Yahuah.
But not amen as in
as
a
in
woman.
No.
All right. No. All right.
Barak Yahuah. All right, we're now going to skip through same chapter 6 to now verses 19 through to 34. Let's read.
Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth.
Listen, lay not for yourselves treasures upon earth. That's it. So thus says Yahuah.
where moth and rust does corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
Which is subject to the flesh.
Therefore, lay up for yourselves treasures in the shamayim.
How?
Where neither moth nor rust does corrupt.
Lay for yourself
and where
treasures
thieves do not break through nor steal.
in the shamaym.
For where your treasure is, there will your love, your heart be also.
Barak Yahuah. In other words, if you are keeping Torah, which Torah we know lays for ourselves treasures in the heavens, so thus our covenant is with the heavens, is with Yahuah, thus we will be subject to the world to come.
Here we go. The light of the body is the eye.
Barak Yahuah.
If therefore, which should be eyes, if therefore your eye is bright and your whole body shall be full of light. So if your eye is evil, your whole body shall be full of darkness.
There you go.
If therefore the light that is in you is darkness, how great is that darkness?
Yeah, if the actions you do are actions of the heathen, this world, polluted darkness, how great is that darkness?
There we go. This one. No man can serve two masters.
Barak Yahuah.
Either you will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other.
In other words, no man can be in two covenants.
You can not serve Yahuah and it says Mammon.
Which is correct. Which is the adversary.
Therefore,
you cannot
that's
serve.
correct.
You cannot be in covenant with both. You cannot cross covenants. It is what's being spoken here by Yahushua.
Therefore, I say to you,
Yes.
take no thought for your chaym, your
Take
life,
no thought
what you
for your
shall
life.
eat,
Yes.
what you shall drink,
Yes.
nor yet for your body, what you shall put on.
Barak Yahuah.
Is not chaym, life, more than food, and the body more than clothes?
Oh yes, it is. It's entering into the covenant of Yahuah.
See the birds of the air, for they sow not,
Yep.
neither do they reap,
No.
nor gather into barns.
No,
Yet your
exactly.
heavenly Abba Father feeds them.
Barak
Are you
Yahuah.
not much better than they are?
Are you not much better than they are? Are you not yourself? Are you not keeping my commandments, my statutes, and being a light, a beacon unto others? Well, then how much more will I clothe you? How much more?
Hey, I like this next one. Which of you, by taking thought, can add 1 cubit to his height?
I tried that. It
Yeah,
didn't
we
work.
tried, didn't we? It's Italian genetic thing passed on. All right. And why do you fixate with your clothing?
Why?
Consider the lilies of the field.
Consider the lilies
How
of
they
the
grow,
field.
they toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say to you,
Listen,
that even Shlomo,
even Solomon, yes,
in all his difference,
in all his esteem,
was not dressed like one of these.
was not dressed as one of these. Was not David a simple, a
sorry,
meek, a lowly, humble? Sorry,
you
I
mean-
was just saying as well. Was not even David just simply a shepherd of a flock of sheep? He was a shepherd of a flock of sheep. Yet, nevertheless, after 7 of his brothers, all more handsome, stronger, armed in battle, all greater in worldly terms than he was, yet once they all got passed off by the prophet Samuel, a simple but humble shepherd of the sheep came up to prophet Samuel and got anointed and set apart for Yahuwah's will. We are no different, but
Therefore, if Yahuwah so clothes the grass of the field,
Yes.
which today is and tomorrow is cast into the fireplace,
Barak
shall he not much more clothe you?
Correct.
Are you of little?
Therefore, are you of little trust?
Therefore, take
Therefore,
no thought,
take no
saying,
thought.
what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or with what shall we be clothed? For after all these things do the nations seek.
Listen, after all these things do the nations seek. Why do you think that is? It's because they don't know the covenant Yahuwah gave to them. We know the covenant Yahuwah gave to us, and we know he will provide for us. So we don't need to seek them.
No.
We don't need to seek clothing or our next paycheck, because we know Yahuwah will provide it for us. This is covenant. We need to be reminded daily of this covenant, but nevertheless, we know it. We know it's covenant.
That's correct.
Barak Yahuwah. Amazing. Amazing.
For all these things did know yes. For your heavenly Father, Abba, knows that you have need of all these things. There you go.
Last one.
Yes.
Barak Yahuwah.
So you seek first the
Listen.
barak'ut of Yahuwah.
There we go. Seek first.
Barak'ut of you and his tzedakah, and all these things shall be added to you.
There we go.
you go.
Was that not no different to what we read in Deuteronomy?
Oh, yeah, 28. There you go. Beautiful thing. Take therefore no thought for tomorrow.
barak Yahuah.
For tomorrow shall take thought for the things of its own.
Praise Yahuah.
Sufficient for one yom
Yes.
is the evil of that yom.
Yeah, correct.
It doesn't mean we don't
same
say
thing.
what we're doing. It just means don't stress about tomorrow.
Yeah, correct.
Don't.
Don't think, how is this going to be done, all of that. Or,
just seek Yahuah. Seek Yahuah. We see, yesterday we see that some ministries, we're not mentioning names, we lost our donors, we don't have any money, any funds. Can you help us? What do you see wrong with that? Are they seeking Yahuah?
No.
Oh, no.
Are they remembering the covenant that was spoken by the Abad servant
Have they no
Moshe?
amunah? Have they no faith that if they cry to Yahuah, He will provide those things? No. So what are they doing? They're seeking man.
Yeah, exactly.
They're seeking man.
Thus entering into
if someone
covenant
wants to give a
with
donation,
man.
that's fine. But I don't feel that that's correct. That you should ask.
No, I don't think so.
Ask men to help you out because you're short of funds. No, sorry. You should
ask
cry to
Yahuah.
And I think you should repent if you did that and cry back to you.
Yeah.
All right, that's that one.
Yeah. barak Yahuah. All right. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little, there a little.
Who's this guy?
The book, a very wonderful book of 𝐤𝐄𝐄. Klamas in Hebrew, I believe it is, or perhaps that's Greek rather.
No, you probably it is.
Yes. Nevertheless, the book of First Clement, it's commonly referred to as chapter 30 in its entirety. Let's read. barak Yahuah.
All right. Seeing then that we are the special portion of a Kadush, Yahuah.
Yes, in other words, we are set apart into the covenant of Yahuah Sabaoth.
Let us do all things that pertain unto set apartness,
barak Yahuah.
forsaking evil speaking,
Forsaking evil speakings.
Abominable and impure embraces,
barak Yahuah.
drunkenness, and tumults, and hateful lusts, abominable adultery, hateful pride. For Yahuah, he says, resist the proud.
Exactly, there we go. So Yahuah looks not at the people of this world who are caught up in those things. No, he doesn't.
Gives favor to the lowly, unmerited
He
favor.
gives unmerited favor to those who set themselves apart from these things.
Let us therefore cleave unto those to whom favor is given from Yahuah.
barak Yahuah.
Let us clothe ourselves in concord,
Yahuah.
being lowly minded and temperate,
barak Yahuah.
holding ourselves aloof from all backbiting and evil speaking, which is gossiping.
Set yourself apart from the things of this world, gossiping one
being
of them.
justified by works, and not by words.
Yeah, barak Yahuah. Amazing. Is not our covenant with Yahuah justified by works?
Yeah. For he says, he that says much shall hear also. Does the ready talker think to be righteous? Baruch is the offspring of a woman that lives but a short time. Be not you abundant in words. Let our tehillah, our supplications, be with Yahuah, and not of ourselves. There you go. For Yahuah hates them that praise themselves.
There you go. That's what I was waiting for. Yahuah hates them that praise themselves. To praise yourself is to praise the adversary.
What I just said before, he said, let our petitions be with Yahuah, not with men.
Yeah, correct.
So can you help me out? I need some money.
No.
Let it be with Yahuah. Right? Let the testimony to our well-doing be given by others.
Yeah,
as it was given unto our fathers who were righteous. Boldness and arrogance.
Yes.
Boldness, arrogance. Arrogance and daring are for them that are accursed of Yahuah. But forbearance and humility and gentleness are with them that are Baruch of Yahuah.
This is covenant. This is covenant. barak Yahuah.
The fruits.
Let us bear these fruits. barak Yahuah.
All right.
That is covenant. barak Yahuah.
All right, let's go.
For 1 Timothy. Timutaus Alaf. 1 Timothy chapter 6 verses 5 through to 12. Covenant with Yahuah or covenant with this world? Life or death? Choose and walk. You walking in one or the other.
Worthless disputes of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the amat, of the truth, supposing that serving Yahuah is a means to unjust wealth and is the same as a Shabbat guarding piety. From such withdraw yourself. But Shabbat guarding piety with contentment is the greatest gain.
Barak Yahuah. In other words, keeping Yahuah's covenant with contentment, meaning that each day is a new day. I wake up. I do the will of Yahuah in whatsoever wonderful Yahuah-centered routine He sets me in. I ask Yahuah continue to burn my spiritual fat, refine me, set before me all of what His will be in bringing fruits unto Him, working in His Torah in righteousness. I do these things with contentment. I'm content. Yahuah's looking after me. I've got to keep striving. I've got to get better. I've got to get better in this regard. Walk therein. And so that is the greatest gain. The greatest gain. Because you know your covenant with your master, Yahuah. Sabaoth.
But Shabbat guarding piety with contentment is, I said that, greatest gain. So, for we brought nothing into the world.
We brought nothing into the world.
It is certain.
It is 100% certain.
We can carry nothing out of it.
We can carry nothing out of it. Barak Yahuah.
And having food and clothing, let us be content with this.
Barak Yahuah. There we go. Every day is a new day. We wake up, praise Yahuah, praise Yahuah. We wake up in a comfortable bed with a roof over our head. That didn't mean to rhyme, but it did. Let us be content. Praise Yahuah. Let us walk in the Torah. Let us read His word, bring Him offerings on the 3rd, 6th, and 9th hour. And all else is just extra barakah and gifts from Yahuah.
But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a trap, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts.
In other words, when Yahuah set before you something exciting, something new, you best be careful with how you walk there.
Which plunge men into destruction and purpose.
There you go.
There we go. This is why.
Listen.
For the love of funds.
The love of funds, money.
Is the root of all evil.
Is the root of all
not the funds,
evil.
Not the funds or whatever, the gold, the silver. It is the love of it.
There we go.
Love of it.
Correct.
Right?
So
which some have longed after.
Yes, correct.
And have fallen from the Amunah.
Have fallen from the Amunah. Does that then does that then mean that perhaps they were in the Amunah?
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
there you go. Yeah. So when Yahuah brings going to give just a good example as to a big reason why Yahuah put it upon it that this proclamation is even being set forth. A few weeks ago, Barak Yahuah, for a few years now, I've had the same car and it runs well, But a few weeks ago, Yahuah wonderfully willed it that I got a new car. Praise Yahuah, wonderful, praise Yahuah, all by Yahuah's hand. Now, very easily I saw my own flesh or straight away jumping to, I want to do this with the car, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that. But just as quickly as that temptation was brought forth, Yahuah reminded me, hang on, is it not Yahuah's hand in which has set before me this car? Well, let me be content with it and leave it at that. So the same thing with when Yahuah brings an abundance of funds, it might be. A new house, it might be. Praise Yahuah for it. Yeah, you can, decorate it and make it look nice with nice furniture and stuff like that. But be content with it and leave it there. Don't fall into the love of that house, of those funds, of that car.
It becomes an idol then. See, that's the way Yahuah pulls you back and then chastises you by doing something that, and then you wake up and go, I realised that I should.
Quick reminder of covenant
do that.
Is that we serve Yahuah, He provides for us this stuff.
Be content with what we have, and He does allow little rewards. But there's a point where you can cross over, and if you start putting the pictures of your car on Facebook and this and that, well, guess what? Yahuah's going to chastise you.
Correct.
Because it's all esteem belongs to Him.
All esteem belongs to Him. Barak Yahuah.
All right. What was that?
love
For the
it.
love
11.
of money, yes. 11, yeah, right. But you, O man of Yahuah,
You, O man of Yahuah,
flee these things
flee these things.
and follow after righteousness.
There we go. And follow after righteousness.
Shabbat guarding piety.
Shabbat, guarding piety. In other words, Torah.
Amunah,
Amunah, unbreakable
Ahava,
trust. Love.
patience,
Patience.
and meekness.
And meekness.
Fight the tub fight.
Fight the tub fight of Amunah, unbreakable trust in Yahuah. Let us day by day fight the tub fight.
Grab hold on eternal.
Grab hold on eternal chaym. Again, by remaining in covenant, in this wonderful covenant with Yahuah.
See, for which you are also called. Remember,
Barak
called.
Yahuah.
We are all called. We
Barak
are called,
Yahuah.
and have professed a tub profession before many witnesses.
Praise Yahuah. In other words, you've exemplified yourself as keeping covenant with Yahuah. Stray not, as you have many witnesses that hold you to that covenant you're keeping with Yahuah. Yahuah being ultimate witness. All right, Barak Yahuah. Kafar alaf. Kafar alaf. 1 Peter. Kafar alaf, what you might know as 1 Peter, chapter 2, verse 9. A beautiful one. Let's read. Barak Yahuah.
But you
are
a chosen
generation.
a royal
priesthood. Barak Yahuah.
a kadosh
set apart nation.
and a peculiar people,
Barak Yahuah.
that you should show forth
Yes,
the praises of him who has called you out of darkness
yes.
into his
Into
marvelous
his marvelous light.
light.
Barak Yahuah. Covenant with Yahuah is a calling. Again, we read it. It is a cleansing of the former covenant you were in with this world, and it is a calling out of said darkness, out of the world, into his marvelous light, into life, into the alam haba, into the treasures that are laid up in the shamaym. Barak Yahuah, Barak Yahuah, Barak Yahuah. Now to finish off, to finalize this wonderful proclamation, Revelation, the book of Hazun, Revelation chapter 3, verses 7 through to 13. Who are Yahuah's covenant-keeping people.
This is where you want to be.
Barak Yahuah.
All right. And to the teaching overseer of the congregation of Philadelphia.
Barak Yahuah.
Philadelphia, right. These things says he that is Kadosh.
Yes.
He that is Aman.
Barak
He
Yahuah.
that has the key of Dawood. He that opens and no man shuts.
Opens and no man shuts.
And shuts and no man opens.
No one can separate you from covenant with Yahuah.
I know your
matzbut, your works.
Your works. See, I have set before you an open door.
Listen.
And no man can shut it.
Barak Yahuah.
For you have little strength.
Did not Timotheus just say, or Shaul through Timotheus, through Timothy, say, let us fight the good fight of Amunah, of unbreakable trust. You have little, don't worry, I know, you're in this world, though not of it, and thus you have little strength left.
That's exactly right. But have kept my word.
But have kept my word, my Dabarym, my covenant.
And have not denied my
name. Barak Yahuah. There you go.
I will make them of the synagogue of Hasatan.
I will make them of the synagogue of Hasatan.
Who say they are Yahudim.
And are not.
But do lie.
But do lie. In other words, who say they are in covenant with me, but do lie.
See, I will make them to come and worship before your feet and to know that I have loved you.
Yep, Barak Yahuah.
Because you have kept the word of my endurance.
Because you have kept, again, here's the word in Hebrew, dabar, the word of my endurance.
I also will guard you in the hour of testing.
I also will guard you in the hour of testing. Because you have done this, I also will do this.
Which shall come upon all of the world.
Barak Yahuah.
Which shall come upon all
the world.
To test them.
To test them.
Man, you can't
to test them. So
dwell in the world.
Yes. In other words, I will take you onto Mount Zion. We know, let's be frank here, we know this is Yehudah, this is the 144,000 Yahuwah's covenant-keeping people, because you have kept covenant with me right up unto the time of tribulation. I will take you out of that tribulation and guard you.
And endure. That's correct. Yeah, see, he only says this to Philadelphia. The others, he all has issues with them. Yeah. So this one, again, Philadelphia,
the Masters willed a video to go forth that goes further into these 7 congregations. Go watch it. Is it The Falling Away Has Come? The Falling Away Has Come, the 7 congregations of Revelation. Go watch it with Barak Yahuah.
See, I come quickly.
See, I come quickly. Listen.
Hold fast to what you have.
Hold fast to the covenant you're in with me.
That no man takes your...
That no man takes your crown. Covenant.
The truth.
The truth. Barak Yahuah.
The truth. Him that overcomes will I make a pillar in the Mishkan, the sanctuary of my Yahuah.
Barak
and
Yahuah.
he shall go out no more.
Barak Yahuah.
Go out no more. And I will write upon him
Barak
the name
Yahuah.
of my Yahuah.
Yes.
And the name of the city of my Yahuah.
Barak Yahuah, which is the new Jerusalem.
Which comes down out of the shamayym.
Out of where?
From my Yahuah. Which comes down.
Out of the
So
shamayym.
it's not on the earth.
Barak
It's
Yahuah.
not here. It's not here. It's coming down.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Barak
It's New
Yahuah.
Jerusalem coming down. And I will write upon him my new name.
In other words, he who is in covenant with me, I will write upon him my new name to the eternal covenant in which we will be fulfilled in the world to come.
He that has an ear,
let him hear. Yep. And
what the Ruach says to the Israelite congregation.
Barak Yahuah, all esteem. All esteem
All right.
to Yahuah.
Last one.
Barak Yahuah. Revelation chapter 14 verses 1 through to 5. A final look. This is a final in terms of this video is coming to a completion, but also this is the book of Revelation. It is a final look into Yahuwah's covenant-keeping people. Those who have kept covenant with Yahuah, the same covenant that was given by the voice of Moshe to Yasharal after they had spent 40 years in the mudbar, in the wilderness. This is that same covenant, and thus have not kept a covenant with this world, but only with Yahuah. Barak Yahuah.
All right. Meditate on these 5 verses.
Barak Yahuah.
And I looked and saw a lamb
Yahushua HaMashiach
on Har Zion,
stood on Mount Zion,
and with him 144,000 Israelites,
Barak Yahuah, with him 144,000 Yashalim,
having his name and his Abba's name written in their foreheads.
Yes, that same ta'ul, which is a mark, the mark in which has set apart Yahuwah's covenant-keeping people.
I was just thinking, sorry, I'm interrupting. Today, we went for a walk with and there was a 6-year-old granddaughter. And as we were walking, bushwalk, and we said, where is Yahuah? What did she say?
Praise Yahuah. Mount Zion.
That's amazing. Even a 6-year-old knows that. And she calls on Yahuwah's name.
Yeah,
wonderful.
That's beautiful.
All right. And I heard a voice from the shamayym as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers playing with their harps. And Melissa. And they sang, as it were, a new song.
A new song.
Before the throne.
Before the throne.
And
listen.
before the 4 creatures and the elders.
Yes.
And no man could learn that song.
No man could
learn
that song. Listen.
But the 144,000.
But the 144,000. But those who had entered into covenant with me.
Who were redeemed from the world.
Barak Yahuah.
Not who are, who were redeemed.
Barak.
So he saw them and they were redeemed.
Barak Yahuah. How? By keeping his Bryt, his covenant, by
who
entering into the mark of covenant.
And who are these? These are those
who
were not defiled with women.
Listen, who were not spiritually defiled with the women of Canaan. It's exactly as thus said Abraham to Isaac to Jacob, and so on. These are those who are not spiritually polluted.
For they are virgins.
Barak Yahuah, a virgin bride, Yahuah only will accept. Barak Yahuah. Yes?
Yes.
Barak Yahuah.
These are those who follow the Lamb wherever he
Yes,
goes.
they follow Yahushua HaMashiach, the Darak, the Amat, and chaym, the way, truth, and life, wherever he goes.
And these were redeemed. I repeat, these were redeemed
from among men. Barak Yahuah.
Among men, being the bakurim,
Being the first fruits, the firstborn branches. Listen, branches. Just as Adam was taken out of Kua, so we are taken out of the side of our Master Yahuah. These are the branches.
To Yahuah and to the Lamb.
To Yahuah and to then Yahusha,
and
Yahuah
in
himself.
their mouth was found no guile.
No guile, no crossover into the world, the worldly evil.
No. For they are without fault.
Listen,
without fault.
They are without fault.
So Yahuah
Spotless.
said, be ye what?
Perfect.
As I am.
They are perfect.
Before the throne of Yahuah.
Before the throne of Yahuah.
Before the throne of Yahuah. So these are redeemed from among men, yes, being the bakurim. Does it say anything about the JEWs here?
No.
In Jerusalem?
No.
What is this silly teaching that the 144,000 are from those JEWs? Where does it say that here? It doesn't say that. It does not say that.
Far beyond that.
Natzarim means we are branches
of
which come out of the main. Here we go.
The
menorah.
Yahushua HaMashiach himself.
They're branches which come out of the middle branch. That is us.
How do you graft into Hanatzah? How do you graft into the branch?
I rest my case.
Barak.
We rest
Keeping
our case.
covenant with Yahuah. Being in covenant with Yahuah and so not in covenant with this world. As it is written in Dabarym, chapter 30, as for us and our household, we choose life. Barak Yahuah. We choose chaym. So choose chaym this day. You cannot serve two masters. Yahushua said it himself. Are you serving Yahuah and thus in covenant with Yahuah and thus subject to all of his barakahs, all of his favorings? Or are you serving the adversary, Baal HaSatan, and thus in covenant with Baal HaSatan, walking in the ways of this world, and so being under the curses of Yahuah, the curses. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. Barak Yahuah. Teshubah.
Return back to our Abba.
To covenant.
That's what he's doing these last days. Calling his people. Calling Ephraim.
Be immersed in the name
That's
of
what he
Yahushua
means.
HaMashiach.
Come out of her, my people. Come out of who?
Yes,
You need
exactly.
to find out exactly who her is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the whore of Babylon.
Yeah.
And all the daughters.
Yeah.
And all the daughters.
Yes.
So come back to Yahuah.
Barak Yahuah.
And
Indeed.
yes, keep his Torah.
Yeah.
And
Keep his Torah.
enter covenant with
Enter
him.
covenant.
And keep it and do it.
Have that circumcision that is not made with hands but with the Ruach
Very
HaKadosh.
simple. As we saw,
circumcision
simple.
of the
Again,
love of the
read
heart.
Dabarym, Deuteronomy 28, 29, 30. Read them and meditate on what Yahuwah is saying, and you can't get it clear from that.
Yeah, understand the covenant we are in with our
That's
Master
it.
Yahuwah. All right, Barak
Barak
Yahuah.
Yahuah.
We are indeed palal that, of course, this word has been edifying, that it has struck you as a sharp two-edged sword, which both slices in sunder, ridding of old doctrine, of doctrine that serves no purpose, that is nothingness, as we just read, but as so slicing in sunder old doctrine, making way for new, clean.
Put new wine in.
Yeah,
New wine.
exactly.
New wineskins. That's correct.
Indeed.
So we have to become new wineskins.
Yeah.
So new wine, you can't mix the two. That's
Barak
what Yahuwah was saying.
Yeah, indeed,
Barak Yahuwah.
indeed.
All right.
And so may Yahuwah good that each of us here, as we strive in covenant with the whole armor of Yahuwah, the helmet of redemption, breastplate of Zadakah, righteousness, loins girt about with the belt of truth, our feet shod with the righteous good news of shalom, above all else, as Sholiach Shaul says, in the left hand holding the shield of Amunah, unbreakable trust, quenching the fiery darts of the adversary of the world, being not deceived by any means, and in the right hand the sword, the Ruach HaKadosh, which is the word of Yahuwah, the covenant of Yahuwah, claiming the promises he promised he would keep, a promise of us having guarded his word of endurance, so him guarding us from a time of testing soon to come upon the Eretz to test the whole Olam, the whole world. Barak Yahuwah. Until the next one, Shabbat Shalom. Barak Yahuwah.
There you go. There you go.